Well guys, this is part 2 of the Canon Pixma mx420 unboxing video series. Of course, in our last video we did the unboxing of it, basically taking it out of the box, undoing all the plastic wrap and all that wonderful tape. And if you haven't seen that video, the link is in the description just below here. Click on it, check it out, watch the first part. And of course, here we go. So once there is power to the device, of course, the cord itself plugs in right around the back side here on the left hand facing in the corner here. So we'll hit the power on button. The LCD screen here powers on up. The machine itself comes alive, the printer heads and all that good stuff start lighting up, all the printer heads and all that good stuff start moving, and all the lights and little buttons and horns and whistles start lighting up and all that good stuff. So guys, right here on the LCD screen you see here we have ourselves a menu to select language. You scroll down till you'll find your language, whichever it may be. Of course, for this demonstration we're going to select English, just makes things easier, and hit OK. Now it says here to set the ink cartridge. So of course, just like in the unboxing video here, you open up the little, what they call here, tray, open it on up. And little kickstand antler thingy pops out, and you have your ink holder thingies right here. Pretty much by squeezing this tab against this other tab, they unhook, and of course it clips from the bottom. So we'll open them on up, and then we have our colored ink here as well as our black and white ink. And again, like I said in the unboxing video, this is the 210. And the color is the 211 ink pack that this printer uses. So guys, I'll throw you on the tripod here and then we'll install the ink itself. So guys, for demonstration purposes, I've already gone ahead and installed the black ink in the appropriate slot. Now what I find interesting or neat, kind of user-friendly about this, is it does say C on the cartridge and D on the black. Of course, color and black, of course. And on the flaps here up top, not sure if I can zoom in here, it does also say C and B. It just allows you to keep them straight. So we have our little color cartridge here, little flap here on the corner, kind of give them an on, open on up. And on the bottom of the printer cartridge you have the little tapey here. We'll pull that off. That exposes the ink completely. And of course you don't want to touch the business end of this, as well as you don't want to drop it either, because if you get dirt and whatever dust in here, it's not going to want to function properly. So we'll go on and install it. Pretty much you just drop her on in. Then just give this a little clip down and away she goes. So once the ink is in guys, we'll flip down the little kickstand antler. And of course the cover descends by itself. And then it says processing, please wait momentarily on the little LCD display. Cleaning the print head is the next message that pops up on the display. Of course, that's just making sure everything is good to go, everything is in where it's supposed to be. You know, there's no dirt or dust where it doesn't need to be and all that. So now we're ready to print through the machine. You come to the back here, you have the paper door here. When you look inside after she's open, you see these little gray tabs. Slide them out, of course. That will widen the access port here to accept your standard paper size. Drop your paper in, of course, between the gray tabs, and make sure they're correctly adjusted and all that, so the paper will feed correctly. And just for this demonstration, I'm going to use one of my eBay purchase receipts that I've done through buying something. We'll place her on in the scanner here. Shut the lid, and of course back over to our LCD. It says standard copy, 100%. You got your darkness, you have copy menu, print settings, and all that good stuff as well. So guys, when you're ready to print, you select your color, if you want black and white or if you want her to be colored. And she's scanning the document, and if you watch here, this little door thingy pops open by itself, and then she starts printing. And as you see here she comes, guys, and that's basically our test document. So now she's hooked up through printing through the machine itself. We should hook up the printing process through the computer. So once the printer here is functioning on its own, we'll go and we'll start the setup on the computer itself. So in the unboxing, you've seen we had two discs. One, of course, is for the Windows, and one is for the Mac operating systems. So choose whichever OS you are running. Then, of course, we will install the disc in your standard, CD drive, right? So once you got the disc on in there, we'll close her on up. Then of course it'll start to read it here. Up on the screen I'll pop the appropriate menus. Of course you want to run this one here, that's the setup. You click on it. And another one comes up that says basically, do you want to allow this program to make changes to your computer? And if you do, you hit the yes button. Now it says to select your place of residence. So for me, of course, it says right here to select your place of residence. Now for me, of course, I am in the USA, Canada, and Latin American region, as you say, pretty much right there. So hit the next button. And then she narrows it down even further to United States, Canada, Brazil, Mexico, Argentina, Chile, Panama, and others. So of course I am in Canada, so that's where we'll click on now. Then hit the next button. Now we have the easy install, we have the custom install, and you have the exit button, which cancels all software installation and gets you out of it. Now of course for the average user, first time user, people that don't need any custom functions like anything that's going to be customized or like whatever, just hit the easy install button. It takes the pulling your hair out of the whole installation. So right here you see this is what it's going to be installing on your computer. As you see here, you have your MP drivers, which is going to take up 220 megabytes. You have My Printer, which is going to be 10 megabytes. Speed Dial Utility, which is 10 megabytes. Solution Menu EX, which is 20 megs. And Easy Web Print is 15 megs. And of course you have on-screen menu, which is 32 megs, MP Navigator EX, which is 80 megs, and Easy Photo Print EX, which is 240 megs, and the Adobe RGB, which is 1 meg. So basically this here, if you click the install, the estimated installation time is going to be 10 to 20 minutes. So if you're doing this on a laptop, of course, make sure you're plugged in, because, you know, last thing you really want to have to do is this thing to go dead about halfway through the install. So after we've clicked the install button, it basically gets you to select the method that you're going to be connecting up to your printer. Now, I originally was, being this was a wireless printer, going to hook up the wireless so I can print in any room of the house. However, with my recent office upgrades and all that, I'm just going to hook it up with the standard USB cord, your standard printer cord, right? So if you're going to use your standard USB cord, you select the appropriate box to pretty much check it off and then hit next. And of course you got all that good stuff, your licensing agreements and all that, that of course every software, every product seems to have nowadays. Scroll on down. If you click yes, it'll proceed. If you click no, then it's basically going to cancel you know, everything. So click yes for the first page, click yes for the second page, and pretty much you have another menu that pops up that says firewall or antivirus software may show alert dialogues during the process of the Canon products. Please allow the action to proceed, or by selecting an option in the dialog such as permit, allow, yes, or an unblock. Basically, your antivirus might show up saying that there's an issue going on, something's happening that shouldn't be from what it thinks, and it's basically telling you to be aware, not to be alarmed if bells and whistles go off, and you know. So we'll hit the next button. And there you go, up there in the top corner, center screen, you see the first box, the MP drivers. It is doing its install. Now this is probably the spot here that'll take about 18 minutes to do. So what I'll do, guys, is I'll probably fast forward through this part because, well, unless something interesting hops on the screen, there's nothing really to see here. So guys, once it's gone through all its thingies, I'm down here to about 2 minutes on the completion end of it. Little menu box thingy pops up that basically says if your operating system is not basically it says Easy Web Print FX is a toolbar that helps you to print web pages, and it's compatible with Internet Explorer 7.0 or later. Well, if you're running Windows Vista or Windows 7 or Windows 8, you can almost guarantee you're running a better Internet Explorer than 7.0, because yeah, this toolbar allows you to cut portions of web pages and print them in your own layout. Please read the disclaimer below before starting the download. Starting the download implies that you basically have read the disclaimer. And really the disclaimer just says if your OS language is not supported by WebPrint EX, the English language version will be installed basically by default. And it basically says that Canon assumes no responsibility for, you know, any issues that, you know, kind of goes with that. So we'll hit the next button, guys, and then she kind of has 2 minutes left on the completion, and that's where she finishes the install. So after that, the next menu or screen per se that pops up is the printer connection screen. Now as you see there, it gives you a 1, 2, 3 picture diagram. Now it tells you to plug the USB end of it into the laptop computer in the appropriate USB connection ports. 1, 2 here is telling you to do the printer end of the printer cord into the appropriate slot on the printer. And of course, number 3 is telling you to turn the power on. So guys, I've already strung the USB cord. All I gotta do is plug her on into the little red icon here, as it's saying here, for number 2, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, so once you've plugged your USB cord in on both ends, hit the power button on the computer. Of course, the printer fires up, comes alive, starts sort of communicating with the USB port, and starts to installing device driver software. And as you see right down there in the corner, it says the device installing the device driver software. Once that is installed, then we can proceed to the next step of the installation process. Okay guys, so after it's done all its software installation setup thingies, goes to a next one that says setup is complete, the product is now ready to use. Click next to proceed to the next step. So we'll hit the wonderful next button here. And of course you have your wonderful another extended survey program and all that good stuff if you agree. Basically the thing says information related to Canon inkjet printer scanner fax OS version language and display settings, and you know, uses and logs. Basically, if your Canon product is shared for use, a collective information recorded in the shared product will be sent in this survey. And after you've answered whether you approve or not of the survey, it says restart the system now, recommended. So of course, providing you got nothing else going on your computer, hit the great big green restart button and that'll restart your system. So guys, of course she has made changes to the home screen on your desktop. Right off the bat here, you notice there are some little bubbles here in the screen here. Of course, that's pretty much auto scan, layout print, photo print, show main screen, and kind of a menu shortcut button itself. Over here on the left hand side we got we have the Canon series icon, as well as a Canon solution menu EX. Now of course in here pretty much you have the same as what you got over here. So guys, we'll do a test here of the setup of our system. We'll go over to our WordPad and we'll just type some kind of random whatevers into our WordPad and kind of print it off. So guys, I typed my basic outro here that I use in most of my videos. Basically, we'll go up here, we'll give her a little print, and then she should come out of the printer. Okay, there you go guys, she's communicating from the PC. The little door pops open, and if you look in there in the great big deep dark hole, you'll see the thing printed. And that's pretty much the basic setup and installation of the software of the Canon Pixma mx420 printer. In part 3 we'll probably work on the scan in and document parts, as well as the you know, faxing and things like that. So guys, like I said, if you haven't seen part 1 of the video, then check out part 1, and yeah, stay tuned for part 3. So guys, as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.